One moment, I'm initiating the live stream.
Okay, it looks like we're good.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I call the meeting to order. And Ross, if you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
There is a flag here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thanks, Ross. Okay, so as has always been the process in Robert's Rules of Order, we have a public portion. That is where the public speaks and the board does not speak or ask questions. So when we start the board meeting, the public will not be able to join in and speak because it's a board meeting. And so we're just not being rude and we're not ignoring you. So just let Marnie know by raising your hand if you need to talk during a public portion. We'll now open it.
Just one moment. Nicole Mann, if you would just unmute yourself.
Left-hand corner is the unmute button. Can you unmute her?
No, but I'm asking how to
Okay.
unmute. Okay, great.
Yes. Hi, everyone. This is Nicole Mann from Senator Ewan Chu's office. I just want to announce that we just found our new office, new district office at 6605 for Hamilton Avenue, for Hamilton Parkway, Brooklyn, New York. So, and also our office number is 718-333-00311. So if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to us. And also another great news I want to share with you is yeah, Senator Chu just passed the state budget this week. So the budget fully funds the public schools and will keep the CUNY affordable for all of us. So just want to share this news. Okay, so that's all my announcement. Thank you.
Thanks, Nicole. Thank you.
Anthony Colarafi, please unmute yourself. There's a little microphone icon. If you would just click that, it will unmute.
Right?
Got you.
Got it? Good.
Yep.
Thank you.
Something wrong with his speaker. We don't hear you anymore, Anthony.
Okay. Oh. Should I be seeing myself right now?
If you hit the other button that says video, it has a line through it. If you hit that, you should see yourself.
Video.
There's a line through it in the left-hand corner.
No.
Do you have a camera?
No, Mr. Chairman, attendees don't have video capability.
Oh, okay.
In a
good.
webinar, we don't.
So
do
Anthony,
that.
we won't see you, but we hear you.
Okay.
So you could let us know.
You can
what
speak if you would like to speak
Yeah.
now.
Oh, I have nothing to say right now. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tambe John,
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Tambe John. I'm the branch manager for the New Utrecht Library, located at 1743 86th Street. And I'm also talking on behalf of my sister location, High Lawn, which is located on 1664 West 13th Street at Kings Highway. There's a few things the library would like everyone to know. First, while the mayor reversed some cuts in the executive budget, libraries still face a potential loss of $36.2 million. These cuts are some of the deepest we have faced and will impact our public service, potentially reducing hours, services, programs, collections, and affecting our ability to fill vacant positions. Please let our city leaders know how important libraries are for our communities and urge them to reverse any proposed library budget cuts. Number two, 1 year ago, BPL launched a national campaign to fight against censorship of books for youths ages 13 to 21. Anywhere in the county can apply for a BPL e-card and access the library's entire digital catalog of ebooks, audiobooks, and databases. Teens in New York State already have this benefit, and anyone who lives, works, or goes to school in New York can apply for a free card. BPL is working hard to help teens locally learn more about these issues and exercise their right to read. Number three, get your hands dirty with the Brooklyn Public Library. This spring, branches across Brooklyn are hosting programs for all ages relating to gardening and nature. As part of our environmental programming, half of BPL branches received new plants for their gardens, and most are hosting science, nature, craft, and other programs celebrating spring. And just for a note of what's happening in our neighborhood, we're going to have on May 16th from 1 to 5 p.m. Music in the Park. That'll be held at the Leif Erikson Park. And we'll be having crafts, music, giveaways, dance, and so much more. All are welcomed. On May 20th at 2 p.m. from 2 to 3 p.m., we're going to be hosting at the library at New Utrecht, Just Bust the Move, an interactive musical performance, and we hope you can join us. And on May 26th from 6 to 7:30 p.m., we'll be hosting a teen takeover murder mystery program for teens ages 13 to 19, and that will be held also at the Music Library. Thank you all very much for your time. If you want to find out more information, always go online to brooklynlibrary.org. That's spelled BKLYN, library.org, for more information about what I just said and for any information that's happening in BPL. Thanks again, everyone. Many thanks to all of you. Enjoy your Memorial Day, and please have a great unofficial start to summer.
Thank you. Nasral Suva, and please correct me if I mispronounce. Nasral, if you would like to speak at the public portion, please just unmute yourself. If you no longer would like to speak, would you please just lower the hand icon? Okay. Treyerr-Simakova.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody. Thank you so much. It's a great honor to be here and present our initiative. Thank you very much for having me. So my name is Anna Treyerr-Simakova. I am representing today Georgian American community, Diana Bagrationi Foundation, and Theotokos Georgian Church. So we came up with the initiative that we would like you to consider. We're proposing to rename the corner of where our church is located, and it's Avenue T and West 7th Street, as an Old Tbilisi Way. Old Tbilisi, it's a neighborhood in Tbilisi, the capital of Georgia. It's very similar to Brooklyn. It's a kind of like a center of diversity, culture, history. It's a small neighborhood, but it's reflecting and dear to any Georgian who lives in America right now. So Georgian American community is one of the fastest growing in Brooklyn. We could see it by so many restaurants and businesses open in Brooklyn. We could see that the congregation of our church is growing tremendously. The last service that happened during the Easter celebration, we had almost 1,000 people. So an event happened during the night. So you could imagine how large and vast this community is becoming. We collected hundreds of signatures in support of our petition to co-name this corner where church is located as the Old Tbilisi Way. We also got support from the Assemblyman William Colton and the Councilman Eric Kagan. We are very grateful for that. We had this discussion about co-naming this corner from back 2019 when Eric Adams was the board president. So that's when the Georgian American Heritage Day was established, and we celebrated it first, and now we are celebrating it every year. So we really would love to ask board to consider and vote for that initiative. It's really important for the community.
Anna, we're going to, we got your material to back it up, and we know that you've spoken to the councilman already, which is a positive step.
Absolutely.
So it'll go to the transportation committee before we take a vote. That's the process. So we are now referring it to the transportation committee, and then we'll work on it. Okay.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Gabrielle Woods.
Hi, everyone. This is Gabrielle. I'm from Councilman Justin Brannon's office. As usual, I just wanted to let everyone know if you have any questions or concerns that you want to share with us, an issue that you need help with. No problem is too big or too small, so please reach out to us. You can reach us at the office at 718-748-5200 or at our email, which is askjb@council.nyc.gov. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
If there's anyone else from the public that would like to address the board, please use the raise hand function. Tom Cheng.
Hi, it's Tom here. Yeah, I just heard from someone representing from Justin Brennan's office. Just want to let her know that I one time reached out to her office via email and I never got a response. So that's all.
I'm sure they'll reach out to you now, Tom.
No, it was a long time ago. I did reach out to other council member, which I did receive a response except from Councilman
All right,
Justin,
so-
which I was a little disappointed. That's all.
Yeah, Gabrielle, you should take that back to Justin. Okay.
Nicole, did you want to speak again?
Right there.
Nicole, yeah.
No.
Nicole spoke already, Marnie.
Yep. Okay, instead of crosstalk, I see Gabrielle wants to respond. Tom, if it's okay, I will just forward your contact information to her so we don't have cross speaking at the meeting. I think that was Senator Chu. And she's coming on.
Well, she'll speak when we do the elected officials.
Yes.
Right.
And there are no other hands raised.
Okay, so can I have a motion to close the public portion of the meeting? And so we have Andrew, it's going to be seconded by Ross, all in favor. We'll do it by this, any opposed? Let's carry unanimously. Okay, so I'd like to have an acceptance of the minutes of April. Could I have a motion to accept those minutes?
So moved.
So moved. Okay, Ross, seconded by Lori. Is there anybody that has to add, subtract anything? Okay, so by omission. or by-
I sent Marnie one spelling correction by email. I don't know if she included it, but
Oh,
whatever.
okay. All right, so she will.
Yeah. It was
So with
just
the-
grammatical. I
Yeah,
changed it.
with that grammatical correction, is there anybody opposed? Okay, so Marnie, the minutes are carried unanimously. Unanimously and anonymously. Okay, so I'm going to recognize the elected officials first. So Senator Chu is on. So Senator Chu, you have the floor. And welcome.
Thank you so very much. I'm sorry, joining a little late. I was getting my award with the DA Gonzalez. They have their AAPI celebration. So I was one of the honoree, proud to be here for some representation, but also want to join coming aboard. So it was just my time. So just run out in the, you can see I'm in the co-check room. So I know Nicole from my staff, she already spoke, so I'm not gonna take too much time. I heard she announced we have the office, right? We just, only in the sign just put it up this Monday, everything goes well. We try to settle in, but the service start 4 months ago already. Start from January 2nd, our office already kick in, already provide constituent service. So if there's anything our office can be helpful, please always reach out. Nicole will passing around our office contact, and just happy to announce on Tuesday night before midnight, we passed the state budget for our AAPI community. We finally secured 30 million for the AAPI community. It's a great investment to anti-Asian hate crime and also for community development. And also there's transportation, there's a hospital, the healthcare, labors, there's many issues. If education is a big win for our community, absolutely. So if there's anything would like to know more, feel free to reach out to our community. I'm happy to bring a little breakdown. It's a lot, it's thousands of pages for the budget, but the resource is coming to Southern Brooklyn. So I'm happy to be the one speak for our community and our family, and happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice. Okay, Councilman Harry Kagan.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. So I would like to thank District Manager Marnie for joining us at the site visit on 86th Street with Deputy Commissioner of Sanitation Department from Southern Brooklyn, because no matter how many times we're trying to make sure that garbage is taken care of on 86th Street, it's still not enough. And so it was a site visit, and they assured us that they will do it now 3 times a day. I know it's still not going to be enough, and I asked them to do it also on Saturday and Sunday. So they will increase garbage pickup, and I will also send Wildcat Services, another organization, to do it manually on 86th Street, because we're getting complaints about sanitation conditions over there. So that's 86th Street sanitation. Also, a few days ago, I was at the grand opening of Ruth Baden Ginsburg Hospital, the new building of former Konyan Hospital. So now it's everything is finished there, and it will be open doors at starting May 7th. They will open the door. So construction is over, and it's a beautiful, beautiful building. And they made the tour with president of the hospital. So it was a good occasion serving all Southern Brooklyn communities. And also on May 17th, our office is doing Mother's Day celebration at 6 p.m. May 17th at Il Centro, 8711 18th Avenue. And I invite everyone who can come. It will be a beautiful celebration. We will honor amazing mothers at that day. And last comment about libraries, because it was mentioned, City Council opposing any cuts to libraries. And I know already, Mayor already said that he will not cut as much as he proposed initially, but we want a full restoration of these cuts. So hopefully everything will be like same funding like last year, and there will not be any cuts to Brooklyn and all public libraries. So our office is open at 2015 Steelville Avenue. Phone number is 718-373-9673. I will put information about our office contact information on the chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman. I'd like to, before I give my report, to welcome Alvin Lee. He's a new board member, and the borough president, Reynoso, is in process of onboarding new members. So they'll be coming on between now and next month. And people will be going off between now and next month. So, so welcome, Alvin. We like to have, happy to have you with us and have your input. Okay, so Chairman's report. Maimonides opened up the Bay Ridge Emergency Department, and it's located at the former Victory Memorial Hospital. It's going to open shortly. The emergency department is a state-of-the-art facility that will provide 24/7 emergency care. This is not an urgent care facility or a non-emergency care facility. It's actually just like every other emergency room in the city. I want to thank the Planning and Zoning Committee. They've been very busy for the work in reviewing the recent land use applications. Ross Brady will give his report, but I wanted to address an issue. It is my understanding that there were some political candidates present at those hearings that were upset that we asked them to keep their comments apolitical. For those that have been on the community board for many years, we do not permit any political campaigning or partisan politics at public meetings of the community board. And that's based on restrictions we have from Chapter 68 of the Conflict of Interest Law. Simply put, the law prohibits the use of any city resources for a non-city purpose. So we're not being rude when you get cut off and you're coming up and you're talking politically. The Democrats didn't do this, or councilman didn't do that. You gotta just address the issue. So just to let you know, every time that happens, no matter who's doing it, we will cut you off because it's against the law. Sal D'Alessio was the chairman of the nominating committee, and he submitted from his committee the following slate of officers. As you know, I will not be able to run, as I'll be leaving the board after next month's meeting. I'm moving away after many years. So Chairperson Lori Windsor, first Vice Chair Ross Brady, second Vice Chair Eileen LaRuffa, Secretary Manuel Lau, Treasurer Ed Lai, and Sergeant at Arms Sonia Valentine. Next month we'll be taking the formal vote, and if there are any nominations from the floor, you can put them in now. If not, we'll close nominations and talk about it again next month. So hearing none, that's the slate for next month. The June meeting will be in person. It'll be at El Centro, and it's June 8th, 7 p.m. So just last meeting of the year, gang. So let's all make sure we get there. I'd like to also recognize the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month as we celebrate during the month of May the contributions and achievements of Asian Americans and Pacific Islander Americans. And we applaud all their input into our community. And that's the chairman's report. So Marnie, we go to you.
Yes, thank you, Bill. I attended an MTA Bridges and Tunnels briefing today regarding the Verrazano Narrows Bridge Improvement Project, which includes widening of the eastbound Belt Parkway from the bridge exit to Bay 8th Street. They're improving the westbound approach to the bridge. They're reconstructing the Bay 8th Street exit and landscaping improvements near that Bay 8th. They will be upgrading or making the area ADA compliant for pedestrian access to the promenade, new access paths, and significant landscaping and tree planting, which is terribly needed in that area. The project benefits include reducing on-street traffic divergence from cars exiting the belt at 92nd Street and traveling down to Bay 8th to get back on, reduce congestion and collisions, and reduce queuing from the bridge to Bay 8th Street, as well as park improvements. You will notice that the contractors will begin mobilizing this Monday, May 8th, and the work duration is 24 months. The contractor will maintain all traffic lanes on the belt during peak travel times, and they do anticipate overnight lane closures. The Bay 8th Street interchange will be constructed in stages to minimize impacts to traffic, and they will limit closures to the eastbound on and off ramp to 4 weekends. There will be local detours established to Bay Parkway with plenty of advance notice and signage. They will also provide traffic agents as needed. We don't have a schedule of the exact timelines, but they have been very good in the past in communicating the upcoming work to the affected community. So I don't think we will have a problem as we do with some other agencies. As you were aware, the Transportation Committee met in March to request an update on the 17th Avenue Bridge. And today at May 4th, we have received no further updates. In addition, there will be pedestrian detours, and they will occur in spring 2024 with a 60-day max duration. The contractor will have penalties for late completion. There will also be incentives on this job. So if he finishes early, he will make more money. I don't think, based upon past discussions with the Transportation Committee regarding the detours at Bay 8th Street, you may recall we called on them to remove that because pedestrians would have to cross that entrance ramp, and I don't think anybody felt comfortable having people cross that with no signalized device there. So that shouldn't be a problem at that point. As we receive additional updates, we will, of course, share with the community and the board. As Councilman Kagan said, I recently participated in a walkthrough on 86th Street to discuss the ongoing garbage issue and vendors. You may be aware the mayor recently transferred vendor enforcement from the Department of Consumer and Workforce Protection to the Department of Sanitation. So moving forward, they will be conducting outreach, education, and enforcement up there. And hopefully we'll get a quicker turnaround and response, but time will tell. The other issue that was addressed is the improper disposal of household garbage on the corner in and surrounding the corner litter baskets. While it's not widespread along 86th Street, there are definitely hot spots where household garbage is just put out there and it attracts additional garbage. And until sanitation really gets a handle on educating and enforcing the misuse of those baskets, we're never going to get rid of the rats up there. So we will be working with them and continuing to work with them. And thank you, Councilman Kagan, for bringing them here. I just want to advise that the Planning and Zoning Committee has scheduled an in-person public hearing on June 1st, 2023 at El Centro, 8711 18th Avenue at 7 p.m. for a variance and special permit for 2170 McDonald Avenue and 321 Avenue T. We had previously reported that was coming up, but the applicant requested because of the holidays and just workload to the Board of Standards and Appeals that we hold off, and we have done that, and they're ready to present. The applicant is seeking, he has an existing variance for the preschool located in an M1-1 zoning district. That's one of the few zoning districts where you cannot have a school as of right. So they need a special permit or a variance for that. And they are seeking to enlarge the premises contrary to the rear yards required along the district boundary, and a special permit and variance to permit the construction of the school at the 421 Avenue T. Notices will go out to the affected residents. The applicant is required to provide that to us, and we will get that out. And finally, some good news. The Department of Transportation will be paving in the district during the spring-summer season. We have approximately 20 locations. While we shared in the newsletter the locations, we don't have the timeline. When we receive that, we will share that far and wide. And that's all I have. Bill, did we lose you? We may have lost the chairman.
Oh, he's
But
muted.
I
No,
think-
he's muted.
I'm muted. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm talking, and I'm saying like, nobody's reacting. I said, Ross has been very active, and so we'd like to have your report. I know your committee worked very hard.
Okay, thank you. And thanks, obviously, my co-chair Laurie and all the members of the committee and the members of the community board. We have had some activity this past month. There was a public hearing on the application at 1421 86th Street, originally submitted as a 9-story building. It was represented at the public meeting as a 6-story building. There was significant turnout. There was a lot of comment, as you know, and acceding to what was overwhelmingly a negative or comments in opposition, the developer and owner has withdrawn the application. Therefore, it was not up for consideration at the Planning and Zoning Committee meeting, which we had the following week on Tuesday. What was considered or presented at that meeting for information purposes was a comprehensive planning, the Brooklyn Comprehensive Planning from the land use people over at the Brooklyn Borough President's office. It was just giving us an idea of what they're thinking, what the methodology is in going about in comprehensive planning, and it gave us an opportunity to have a little back and forth and to speak on things about our community and how that may or may not fit into something that's comprehensive or cookie cutter for an entire borough. I believe Marnie may have the presentation of the material, and I don't know if that we can put that up or that will be on our website or somehow available. It is available through the Borough President's office on their website. I can't speak for the committee because it was just information, but as a member of the board, I would certainly hope that people would look into this, be prepared to hear about it if it does come before the board. I personally would have some concerns about the methodology and about the needs of our community vis-a-vis the entire borough. We may not be on the same page. We have maybe different definitions of what fair share means. But that being said, so that's the activity. We didn't have a vote. We do have other things coming up, as Marnie reported. The property at Avenue T, to put in perspective, that's that, and you correct me please if I'm wrong, that's the house that's next to the current structure. It's the expansion. So we'll get to have that public hearing coming up next. So we obviously welcome everybody to participate in that. And if there are any questions, I'll try to answer them. If not, I'll be quiet. Thank you.
I'm just curious, how many people showed up? Was it over 400?
We had 300 people sign up.
Wow.
Or sign in.
Thank you.
Marnie, can you repeat the dates of the upcoming zoning meeting that you said?
Sure, June 1st. And we will get notices out.
Okay, thanks.
Mhm.
Okay. No more questions. Ross, thanks to you and the committee, you and Laurie, thank you. Let any old business.
Yeah, just one point I wanted to ask,
Sure.
please. We mentioned about the trash bins at 86th Street being used by businesses. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe the signs are multilingual. Is that right?
Ravane,
signs-
they're not being used by businesses, it's household trash.
Right. Correct.
Okay, either way, I don't think the signs are multilingual unless I'm mistaken. And I think, I don't know if a lot of people living there may not speak English well. I wonder if maybe we could put the multilingual signs and maybe that would
Yeah,
help.
so just so you know, in the past, we have done direct mailings, we call them EDDM mailings, and have taken, we kind of did a friendly, lighthearted newsletter, and had it translated into multiple languages, and we have sent that out and communicated that. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. It takes more effort to walk because there's very few in the spots that we're speaking about. There's very few residential units. People are actually taking their garbage from their homes or the apartment buildings, whether, I don't know, they don't want to recycle or for whatever reason. I mean, if I knew the answer, we could solve it. And it just seems to me it takes more effort to do that than to put it in, you know, your disposal or whatever.
Right. I mean, the thing is the businesses have to pay for garbage pickup. So I understand why they would do it. Even if it's not justified, I
Yeah.
understand why they would. It doesn't make sense why a resident would do it. They get free garbage pickup.
It's not commercial garbage. A matter of fact, the Department of Sanitation is out there quite often. And they do check that they have routing stickers and receipts to prove that they're paying for private carding service. So we'll keep on it. Like I said, it's not all over. It's hot spots on certain corners. And we'll work with the Department of Sanitation to try and resolve that issue in whatever means that are necessary.
Thank you, Marty.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ravane. Okay, and any new business?
Yes, Sonia.
Okay. And then Dr. Lee has his hand. He's gonna, right, Doctor?
He
Right?
could talk first if you want.
Yeah, let him
Bill.
talk first. He's got his hand up, so I don't
Okay.
want to ignore him. Dr. Law, I meant.
Can you hear me, Chairman?
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
very short announcement. May 12th, we're going to celebrate Mother's Day at our center, 124 Avenue O, 11 o'clock. Second, May 24, a police officer local going to come to our center, conduct a workshop about the scam. Very important because a lot of community members that lost a lot of money because of the scam. Not only that, because it affect their health issue, please join us. Also 124 Avenue O, 11 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Law.
Okay.
Okay, Sonia.
Okay, I'm just gonna give out the precinct council, community and council email because I know on live stream, they don't have access to chat. And I
Yeah.
put the information in there, but I'll give it to you verbally so that if anybody's interested. Our email at the 62nd Precinct Community Council is the letter P for Paul, C for cat, T for Tom, the number 6, the number 2, the letters N for Nancy, D for David, CC, which is cat at AOL.com. So that's PCT 62nd CC at AOL.com. And we're having our precinct council meeting in person Tuesday, May the 16th at 7. The location is to be decided. I put that in the chat. Sadly, we did get hacked at our last meeting with some obscene photos. So we're going to try to see what we can do about that. But I know for a fact it'll be in person at some site. Also on Sunday, June the 11th, from 10 to 6 p.m., these SWB Task Force and the 62nd Precinct Community Council is having their annual 86th Street Bensonhurst Festival outdoors from 19th Avenue on 86th Street to Bay Parkway. You could contact us at the Precinct Council and we could give you more information on that. Also, On Saturday, June the 17th, the New Utrecht Public Library, which is located at 1743 86th Street, will be having our fundraising flea market at the New Utrecht Library from 11 to 3. We have tables available for $30, so please call us at 718-236-4086. And I wish everyone, whether you're a mom or not, happy Mother's Day.
There you go. Thank you, Sonia. Anybody else from the board with the new business? Okay, so before I actually call for adjournment, I understand our captain has joined us, our commander, 62 Precinct. So Captain, if you want to say a couple of words, we'd be happy to hear from you.
Can anybody hear me?
Yep.
Sorry, I've been on the whole time. I'm not very good most of Zoom. So
Well, next month it's in person, Cap. So
that's much better. No, I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Wish everybody happy Mother's Day coming up. I know Sonia already hit on it, the community council meeting. Please, everybody do join into that meeting. The more the merrier. And you know, it's better to have more people there. That way we could get feedback from person. That's all.
Oh, thank you. Say we're training him, new captain, new commander, but he got right into the form of the way community board 11 works. Anybody else? So hearing none, happy Mother's Day. Have a good Memorial Day weekend. Safe, everybody. And let's hope the rain now stops. We got enough rain. We got enough water. Now let's have some good sunny spring days. Motion to adjourn. Okay, so Rabbi Pollack said motion to adjourn. Janet seconded. And if nobody objects, we're done. And good to see everybody. Please come next month so I can say goodbye.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Happy Mother's Day.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
I'm coming for the summer for a barbecue. Where you going, Bill?
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
How's
Good
the
night.
night?
Nighty-night.